Hello. Alright. Sorry for the late stream, everyone. I was enjoying ice cream. There was some ice cream cake in my parents' freezer, and my parents are like, "Oh, you should eat the ice cream in the freezer." And of course, when we brought it out, it was just way too frozen. So I was waiting for it to thaw a bit before eating it, but I was kind of like chomping away when it was still pretty icy. But the chunks of pineapple were pretty nice, so yeah. Anyways, hey guys, welcome to another episode of We Die Too Much in Atelier Ryza. Yeah, it is a bit of a late stream today, but we'll try to get however far as we can. Yeah, last week I had some stuff to take care of, so I wasn't able to stream last week, but I'm able to today, so even though it's very, very late. And who knows if people are even still awake. Trying to see. If there's anything we could try to craft. But I think the rest will probably have to. We're missing materials for that. Yeah, so it'll be a kind of short stream today. Just trying to catch up with everything. Okay. I'm trying to remember what happened so far. Okay. Let's finish this quest. What was the quest called again? Adventure. Oh right, we have to wait at least 3 days. That's why we've been kind of not progressing in the story so far. Also, I'm very cold right now. The ice cream did no favors. Did us no favors, rather. Okay. Here you go, lady. I fed him a sheet of paper twice, but he just stepped on it. I guess the lady's like, whatever. The goat can do whatever he wants. Whatever. Oh, that's where you get goat's milk. Noted. Has it been 3 days? I know it's been at least one. Might be after the second day. I still think it's funny that Uni just falls from trees. Like it won't kill anyone. Oh, hold on. What is snake slim? Ah. Never heard of it. Hello, hello! Hi Lane, hi Mel. How are you guys today? Actually, is that an apple tree? I might be able to get some apples. No, it's an illusion, I think. Same old, same old. Ah. Oh, we can get some flammable bark here. Very good. Nothing here. I'm gonna fix my tooth tomorrow. Oh, omedetou. How long has it been now? I feel like it's been like quite a few weeks now. Cause didn't your dentist go on vacation or something? I'm trying to remember. Cause I remember you were talking about it, but then there were some delays. Well, yeah. Good! Just finished feeding Wiglet for the 3rd time in 5 hours. That means she's hungry. Or she's eating well, rather. So that's good. Wow, it's been a while. Yeah. Only like a month. Oh my goodness. And it wasn't bothering you for that month? I'm kind of impressed at the same time. Wiglet? The Pokemon Wiglet? No. The little mini... Growing. Yes, growing. She's so cute. No, my tooth has been fine this whole time. Interesting. And just for an FYI, Wiglet looks like a discolored Diglett from Pokemon. In case you're wondering if it's what Wiglet is in Pokemon. It looks like a discolored Diglett. What? It's a real thing? Yeah, there's Wiglet from Pokemon. Wiglet is a real Pokemon, yeah! Maybe you can post it in the group chat or on Discord for Mel. Surprise! I thought it was just Diglett. Oh, no, this one's in the newer games. It's called Wiglet. Or Wuglet? It might be Wuglet now that I'm thinking about it. It's Diglett's cousin from another country, basically. Yeah. They look similar. Newfangled lore. Google it, Mel. Yeah, it's in the newer games, for sure. Pokemon isn't just the 151 or the 251 or the 351 or the 451. It is like, there's so many of them. Sometimes I look at a Pokemon and I was like, I recognize you. I don't know what you're called. I don't know your name. But I recognize you. No, the evolved form is Wugtrio. Oh, okay. I thought it was called Wuglet. Okay. I old. 151 OG, man. Yeah! Yeah, those are the days with 151. Oh, that's right! I have to continue Pokemon Red. T, Mel's brother, and I were having a Pokemon race to see who can get through the original games time-wise. And Mel's brother did finish, and then he told us the time that we need to beat. So now I just have to get off my lazy butt and try and beat it. Yeah, I'm not surprised, lol. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that I remember most of the little tips and tricks because I've played it so many times as a kid growing up. So I should be able to, hopefully. But I'm sure we've all like played the original games like a million times, so. I close my eyes and I remember where the item finder beeps so that I can find hidden items that are in the grass. I would have just pinned it down to either U and T. I would have just pinned it down to either U and or T. What are we talking about? Oh, the race, you mean? To finish last? Oh, yes. Yeah, we're actually going time-wise. So I think the time to beat was like 23 hours. And that's to beat the Elite Four and also catch the version exclusive Pokemon. Because we're using emulators, it'll be difficult to train to trade in order to get 150. So we agreed with the version exclusive Pokemon. So I think Mel's brother was playing Red, Pokemon Red. I'm playing Pokemon Red and he is playing Pokemon Blue. So if we can manage to get the version exclusive ones and also beat the Elite Four, then we take that time. It seems kind of obvious her brother would be first. We'll see. I'm not finished yet. I think I'm only like 2 hours in and I'm in... Where was I? Shoot, I forgot what it was called. It was the cave with the Clefairies. Mount. I forgot what it's called. Mount something. I want to say Mount Rushmore, but that's not right. Not Mount Rushmore. Also, T has been playing the Pokemon ZA DLC. And I have been lazy. Also, I heard from a friend of mine that the ZA DLC is like very grindy. So it makes me less inclined to play it because I don't really like grinding. The Mega Dimensions or whatever? Yes. I think so. Gantala finished a bit while ago. Good, it's based on the time played. Yeah. Because otherwise we'd have to like, you know, stay up super late in order to finish the game. I think the only part that will probably take time is like trying to catch the region exclusives in the Savari zone. Because T mentioned that they're actually very difficult to get. So we'll see. Delivering sound with 1 day past. Am I missing? Oh, maybe I don't have... Maybe I have to wait until the morning. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to grind though. I remember getting so destroyed. Actually, it seems like I didn't explore much of Maple Delta, so let's do that. Well, yeah, is there much to do there besides grab the exclusive megas? I heard you can make donuts in the game, if I remember correctly. And yeah, there's like the battle royale stuff. T has been doing the restaurant battles, but like the restaurant battles are like so miserable for me at least. Yeah, I'm not one for grinding for sure. And I heard that a lot of the DLC content is like you have to be over level 100. So yeah, there's stuff post game content for the DLC. Oh, and I think there's like a little bit of character backstory or something like that. There's a little bit of story. I still prefer how they do it in Scarlet Violet, because the epilogue was actually really fun to play through. And I also liked doing the blueberry quests because they were a lot less grindy, or they felt a lot less grindy, so. But he also reminded me that we found an exploit in Pokemon Scarlet Violet and managed to exploit it before they patched it. So then we got a ton of money. And then we were able to like level all our Pokemon to like max level in Scarlet and Violet. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that was the thing. Wow, to think T would be the one to suggest money laundering. No, 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 it was me. I was the one that started it. And I was like, hey, you can get a whole bunch of money this way. This is incredible. And then T lent me the means to do it. And then so we just left the games running for like hours until they patched it, and then it no longer worked. And then we're like, ah, that was so brilliant though. It was actually really nice. But if you think about it, Scarlet Violet's biggest complaint is that it was really buggy and glitchy. But like historically, Pokemon games were always like buggy and glitchy. Just some games were like more obvious than others, right? Like I don't even have to talk about how the original 150, or sorry, red and blue was like missing number or stuff like that, which was really ridiculous. I still think it's pretty ridiculous. The I wanted to say the appliance, the accomplice. Shh. No one else could know that he was my accomplice. Yeah, but it was fun. I did really enjoy Scarlet Violet. I liked teaming up with, so it was me and T and like my friend and her brother. So like the four of us would be like, you know, checking which raid Pokemon was up this week, and then we'd like check the team compositions, and it's like, okay, our team composition should like, you know, consist of like these Pokemon, and then should be these moves that you have to teach it equipped with these items, and then like that's how we're going to take down. And sometimes it's very lopsided a lot of the time. It's like you either win by a landslide or you lose by a landslide. And sometimes it's like, oh, so and so didn't wait for all the buffs to trigger and we all wipe as a party. And it was always so fun because it was like, okay, this can either go really, really well or really, really poorly. And then each time we did it like for each of our games, right? So then it would be like, we had to do that same thing like 4 times. And yeah, it was always really fun. The four of us trying to get all the raids done. It's so funny. There was one where it was like, oh, I forgot which Pokemon it was. There were like 3 different colors for that Pokemon, but like it was because they're like, some of them were like region exclusive. So like 3 of us had to be like that one Pokemon, but since we were all like, you know, picking different colors, it was like, oh, one person chooses like red, the other one chooses like yellow, the other one chooses like blue. And then I was making a joke, I was like, and I think it was like a bird Pokemon as well too. Yeah. It was like, I was joking around and I was like, so what flavor of chicken wings do you want to be today? Because we needed 3 of them on our team, and then like the main attacker. I forgot which Pokemon it was, but it was so funny. I was like, what chicken wing flavor do you want to be? Good times, good times. Yeah, I hope the next main game would be kind of like that though. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Yeah, it was it was also really funny too because there were some other team building aspects, like where you assemble a sandwich together, and like if you screw up the sandwich, like you have a certain amount of ingredients that you choose, and then you need like kind of specific recipes in order for some certain effects to happen, right? And then so we would all need to bring at least like 1 or 2 ingredients to make the sandwich. And then we would all trust that we would be able to like build the sandwich correctly. And then there were some times where it was like, oh, someone put the pickle on the sandwich, and then the pickle suddenly fell off the sandwich, and then so it didn't count towards it. Like, it didn't count towards the effect, so then we end up, like, you know, having a sandwich with the incorrect effect. Or, like, I think it got to the point where we all, like, everyone screwed up except for T, so then we were like, okay, let's just let T, like, assemble a sandwich. She's the only one that hasn't screwed up yet. Because we would put... sometimes you have to like stack the ingredients, right? So then you would put like some ham and then some lettuce and then some tomato, and then when you put like some of the other ingredients together, like sausage or egg or something like that, it's like the ingredients can sometimes be like kind of lopsided, and then if you lay something else on top of it, then yeah, it falls off the sandwich and doesn't count. So there were times where it was like that, where we were like, oh god, we just lost the pickles. The pickles fell off the sandwich. And even like when they fall off, it just goes into kind of like an abyss. Like, you can't pick it up and then put it back onto the sandwich. So you have to redo the sandwich, yeah. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that aspect of Scarlet Violet. It was just goofy, but it was like really fun. I really enjoyed it. So I hope the next main game will be kind of like that as well. Okay, let's feed him. Oh, it's full. Okay. Okay, so hopefully there's enough time now. I hope. Maybe not. Yeah, what else? There were other, like, really funny things in Scarlet Violet. I put, like... I can't remember how many hours I put. I know I put at least 200 hours into Scarlet Violet. But yeah, it was just really fun. If you get a chance to play it, Elaine, I would recommend it. I know everyone complains about how glitchy the games are, but if you can look past the glitches, it's like it's really charming. I think, yeah, it's my favorite main game, Pokemon. It's my favorite main game Pokemon game to date. At this point, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna play it. Oh, darn. I admit it seems good though, glitches and all. Yeah. Like, I know everyone was complaining about it, but sometimes it kind of adds to the charm. Like when you see a Pokemon stuck somewhere and you're like, oh, you're not supposed to be stuck like that. They have fixed a lot of the glitches and stuff since the start of the game. They have announced some of it, but everyone only remembers like all the glitches and stuff like that, so. And yeah, sometimes it's funny because you're sitting on Koraidon or Miraidon, and then once in a while you're like no longer sitting on them. You're just sitting in air, and then you're just like riding around on an invisible motorbike. And that's really fun too. Okay. Yeah, and another thing that I really liked about Scarlet Violet is, you know how like most of the main game stories, it's kind of like, you know, you leave Pallet Town and then you go around catching Pokemon and beating all the gyms and whatnot. Like, you know, it's more or less the similar story throughout. Well, actually, the more recent games, there's more and more story. But I thought the characters and the story were actually like a lot more fleshed out. Because you have like essentially like three, I want to say like three branches, but it's more like three storylines that are kind of like, that you can kind of split yourselves in between. And they're all pretty important. Like, if you want to take down the gyms, you still can. But then there's like more exploration stuff, like, or sorry, more like boss battling mechanic kind of, because you have to fight the giant, I forgot what they're called. They're not called Mega Pokemon. Forgot what they were called. But you can follow like that storyline as well. And then of course you have the, I think they're called Team Magma storyline. And that one was also really good too. So you have like three different storylines that you kind of juggle between. You can either do, I think eventually you want to do all of them anyway, but yeah, I slowly did all of them because they were actually all really interesting. And then at the end, or the last part of the story, all the storylines kind of converge together. Similar to like a comic book setup. Like, you have like three different things going on, and then like near the end of the story, it ends up being that you all have to work together in order to complete blah 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 in order to finish the game. So yeah, I thought it was quite interesting actually. It's very, yeah, it is similar to like a comic book setup, if that makes any sense. Where you have like, you know, three ongoing, seemingly not relevant storylines, and then they kind of converge. Oh, it reminds me of, what was that TV show? Which is based off of a comic. Heroes. Only the first season is good, by the way. I'm one of those people that have to dunk on Heroes because I really liked Heroes in season 1. And then the rest of it was not so good. And it makes me upset. Because I really wanted to like season 2 and season 3, but I think season 2 suffered from some sort of writer's block strike. Oh, I can continue the story. Good. And then season 3, I think season 3 was when they all of a sudden introduced so many characters. And then the season following that, they just killed them all off. Because they're like, oh, we probably shouldn't have so many characters. So they were written off. And then they were kind of like all over the place for the rest of the season, the rest of the series. But I would recommend only the first season. And then don't watch past season 1. I did really like that show. It's just a shame what they did with it after season 1. I should watch it again, actually. Oh, that's what we were farming just now. Kirkin fruit. Oh, he's gonna break it. Hi, TGL. How are you? You're good? That's good. We were just talking about the most recent Pokemon main game, which actually isn't that recent now that I'm thinking about it, but how I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, it's a job for Ryza. How's everyone? I see that Wiglet is cluster feeding. I think that's what it's called. Oh, I do not know any new Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon Scarlet Violet. I was just talking about how amazing the games were. I know everyone was complaining about it after it came out because it was so glitchy, but honestly, they fixed a lot of those problems with the updates, and yeah, aside from that, the game is actually really, really, really good. The story is really good. How they handled introducing some of the newer Pokemon were really good. The music is fantastic. It drives me nuts that I still think about the music a lot to this day. Because yeah, a couple of the songs were written by Toby Fox, who also did the OST. Well, he created Undertale actually. So some of the music is like, yeah, the music in that game is also really, really banger. Yeah. And I was just saying, like, some of the glitches were like really, really funny. Like how T and I got like a ton of money from like running the tournaments from a glitch. But yeah, I really liked Scarlet Violet. I know everyone like complains about it, but I enjoyed a lot. It is my favorite mainstream Pokemon game to this date so far. And that's playing quite a bit because I love the original Pokemon games, like Red and Blue and Yellow. I guess it was green in Japan, but yeah, I really liked Red, Blue, Yellow, and nothing kind of topped it. Black and White was very close. I really liked Pokemon Black. But yeah, then Scarlet Violet came along and I was like, oh my god, it's so fun. And the multiplayer was also like pretty fun as well. Like, yeah, T and I and my friend and her brother were always playing together. So we would do like raid Pokemon together. Yeah, that was really fun, and some of the raids were pretty lopsided. It was like you either win by a landslide or lose by a landslide. But it was really fun. Or like we would build sandwiches together, and then sometimes we would screw up, so we're like, okay, don't touch anything, let T build the sandwich because she's a lot more careful than us. If we stack pickles on and then the pickles fall off the sandwich, then we can't. I remember you were raving about it a while back. Oh yeah. Yeah, I still think it's like the best mainstream Pokemon game, but yeah, I poured so many hours into it. I even bought the DLC and heavily played the DLC. And I don't buy DLCs lightly. Most of the time I think it's just extra content that should have just been in the main game, so I don't usually buy DLCs. But that one I actually bought the DLC for, and I played so much of it even after finishing the DLC. I was just like, this game is incredible. I actually I played Pokemon Scarlet, but I was hoping to pick up Pokemon Violet later on. And then so I can replay it again. Just the other version of it. Yeah, it's really good. Maybe I'll give it a try one day. Yeah. Well, it might not be... You have a Switch though, right? You could probably pick up the game the next time it goes on sale. And then... play it at a later time. Because with Pokemon games, a lot of the time they appreciate in price. So if you try to buy the Pokemon games later when they're out of print, they're actually very, very expensive. Like, the original games, like Red, Blue, they're like well over, I think, $200 now. And there's so many fakes, so it's kind of difficult to spot the real cartridge. And not only that, but what we didn't know until you open the cartridge is there's actually a small little battery that hangs onto your save file. So if that small little battery dies, then the cartridge is pretty much useless. So I would not recommend buying like the old Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance carts because their lifespan is very, very limited. Yeah, and like... What was the other one? Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver? Yeah, they're the newer games. I think that was on the... I almost want to say DS. The DS era. Yeah, that one I think is about $400 now too. Yeah, and Pokemon Black and White, are like close to $400-500 now. Yeah, some of them have gone up like crazy prices. So it might not be a bad idea. Like even if you plan on playing it like, 10-20 years down the line, I would probably pick it up now and then like hang on to it. I still have yellow and crystal. They might be dead now. Depends. But yeah, if you can still like turn it on and like check if your save file is there, then you're good. But yeah, I would recommend not buying used carts from that era because yeah, I can't remember. I do remember like there was a video on someone opening a cartridge, and then you can actually see that there's a battery in there that can die, and that is the reason why your save file stays on the cart. Because back then we didn't have anything like the small micro SDs and stuff like that. So I once blew on the cartridge and it deleted my save file. Yeah, that's what happens when you introduce moisture to electronics. So but yeah, old cartridges are still very expensive, but it's pretty hit and miss whether the cartridge will still work or not. Oh, actually, one of my friends is really big on remaking the cartridge. So basically, she would take apart the cartridge and then like maybe buy like, what was it? Like, you know how the old cartridges are like, like some of them are like standard gray. So she would essentially open the cartridge, take out all the components and replace the battery that way. And then she would put like, instead of using a gray cartridge, she would 3D print like kind of like maybe a pink one and then slap on a cute sticker or something like that and then put it together. And that's how she kind of refreshes the battery on her old cartridges. But I do hear that they're very finicky, so I wouldn't mess with that unless you know what you're doing, which she does. So that's fair regarding regarding the cartridge. Yeah, it's so much to think about. Like, I wouldn't have thought something like that would have like a battery inside, but now that I'm thinking about it, like that's probably the only reason why we were able to have save files on the cartridge back then. I was not sleeping, catching snippets here and there. Yeah, apparently she managed to get through a lot of Expedition 33 despite not sleeping. That's good. That's kind of impressive. Got tired of sleeping sometimes, so I go online and play games in short bursts. Yeah. Hi. She is here now. We were just talking about the mainstream Pokemon games. Oh. And I was talking about how amazing Scarlet and Violet is. Yeah. And how you'll have to be careful if you buy the old cartridges because they used to contain a battery inside. Or yeah, so it's pretty hit and miss if you buy a used cartridge.
That's true.
Yeah, so.
Hi.
And I was telling TGL, I was like, if you want to play Scarlet Violet, I would recommend you buy the game now because it could be like, like some of the older Pokemon games where it's like over $400 for like Pokemon Black and White now. And then she's like, oh yeah. Yeah, some of our Pokemon collection is quite expensive now. We didn't have like the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games, but we do have like the DS ones, and oh my goodness, I was looking at the used cart prices for the DS ones, and I was like, mind-boggling. So mind-boggling.
相変わらずアンペルさんには容赦ないな。私に何かできることはないのかな。
I finished it last night at stupid o'clock. Oh, omedetou! Congrats.
What at stupid o'clock?
Expedition 33.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. Yeah, I do want to play it eventually, actually. I just need to buy it on Steam. That's very impressive. I just binged TV shows. You have one hand so you can play Ace Attorney. Alright. Okay, so for Atelier Ryza, I'll just briefly catch up with the story. So 3 days have passed. We went back to Bose's house, and he showed us a fountain with an orb in it, and it turns out that the orb was stolen from the Orans.
Gasp.
Yes.
I don't know what that means. Gasp.
Oh, you know that place that Leela is from?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's an Oran, and same with the person that Bose met. And it turns out that, yeah, that orb was taken from their village, and that's why their world kind of looks, what's that? Kind of like an apocalypse type thing, like underworld type thing. Yeah, so I built the stage for Claudia. She refused to use it because it was embarrassing. But that's what I find cute about her too. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, so Bose was gonna destroy it. Impel's like, there's no point of you doing that because we'll just have no water for this, you know, this village. Or this side of the world, and, you know, that other side of the world. And now we're trying to figure out something. And use our Atelier powers in order to fix the situation. Which we don't know what we're doing yet.
Okay.
But then we just went back to the Atelier, and then Impel was like, "Oh, you've grown up so quickly," and that's where we are today.
Thank you.
That's actually the next game I'm gonna stream. What? Oh, Expedition 33? Oh! Yes. Yeah, I hear the story is incredible. What was I? So how am I doing for time? Oh, 11:30. Okay, I'm still good. For half an hour. Next time I'll go handheld. Yeah. Handhelds are always fun and amazing. Why are you going? You haven't had Oh! Yeah, I just got that yesterday. And I completed it, but it was a real pain. It was a real
What?
Yeah, it was a real pain, that corn. Sorry, T and I have been playing merge cooking, and some of these recipes are getting more and more ridiculous. Like, it already takes so long trying to create, like, a mango, and then T's like, "Oh, I just got corn," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I got that yesterday." Huh? Yeah. Yeah. It was with the vegetable generator instead of the fruit generator, but same, what was it, ranking on the...
Corn is actually on the same level.
Yeah. on the same level, but it was brutal. But now I can 2 times things, so
Yeah, see how many quests I complete and see if that can bump my
yeah.
EXP up.
Yeah, I found out if I reach level 25, then I can turn on the 2-time boosts whenever I want now, instead of waiting until I have like 200 energy in order to do that. Oh, take to the town one more time. Okay, visit Razin, Bolding, and Berlin's resident. Okay. Let's go do that. I was like, what am I supposed to do again? Razin District okay, it's all here. Yeah, so I've been very addicted to merch cooking. I'm blaming TMN. I originally downloaded this game to understand the merging game that we were working on for the game jam. And then I got very addicted to it. Where's TMN to receive the blame when you need her? Yeah. Well, I'm sure she knows. I'm sure she knows.
Hi, Lynn.
T says hello. Maybe his dad finally got character development.
Wow.
Doubt.
Oh.
He's just drunk and annoying. Okay. They're very addicting. Yes, they are very addicting.
There's just something so calming about merging things together.
Yeah. I'm like, 2 apples? Okay. Merge 2 apples. Oh! 2 bananas? Okay, merge 2 bananas.
Mindless merge.
Oh! 2 lemons? Okay, merge 2 lemons. Oh, 2 coconuts? Merge 2 coconuts. And then the next thing you know, it was like mango.
And now we're like pain.
And now we're like, oh, mango's so difficult to make. Corn is so difficult to make. They look like they're flirting or something. Or deer in headlights look after flirting.
Who's doing it?
I don't know. Lent, I guess. Makes me think of that old 1468 game. Yeah, I like that one. And the watermelon game. Yeah. Well, the watermelon game relied more on crazy physics as well. Because sometimes you would put 2 cherries together in a weird manner, and then the strawberry will somehow bounce off of the bowl, out of the bowl, and then you game over. Even though there's only like 3 fruit in the bowl. And I'm like, what? How did you fall? How did you come out of the bowl? Sometimes the physics just had me like mind-boggling. Yeah, the Suika game I was also very, very addicted to. I had to draw a line because I knew I wouldn't stop playing it, so. Wow, they even act like a married couple too.
Like your ship.
See? Those 2 are having— no, I just saw them together and figured it would be funny. Cause when I started talking to them, they're like, whoa! And I was like, what, you guys both have the deer in headlights look? Must have been flirting. See, even Boss is like, I have to go.
まあ今までは顔を合わせるたびにだったからね。でもこんな感じの方が絶対にいいよ。
そりゃそうだな。
ところでやっぱり2人で何を話してたかは。
家で男同士いりってやつ。
でもそういうのもいいけどね。
It's been 1 month since Kanata graduated. Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling?
I think about her every day.
She is on your phone wallpaper.
She's on my phone wallpaper. She's on my iPad wallpaper. She's on my desk.
She's on this desk.
Oh, I meant on the desk mat. But yes. Her plushes are everywhere. I have tapestries, keychains. Time to find a new bias. I don't know. It's not the same. Oh, how long do you have off work? Oh, a year and... Sorry, how long do you have off work, Mel? A year and a handful of months. Hubby's taking 3 months off with me and then 1 month off when I slowly transition back to work. Oh, okay, that's good, that's good. That's not too bad. That's nice, yeah. Yeah, I think I was reading... Where was it in the world? One of the countries has like 6 weeks for maternity leave. And I was like, huh? I can't remember where it was. But yeah, we're quite fortunate to be here in Canada where we can take a lot more time than 6 weeks. Yeah, especially since I had surgery, so it's helpful to recover. Oh, US has less, right? Yeah, I think some countries in Europe as well, too. I remember talking to Alex's friend at one point after she had her baby, and I think she only had like 3 months? And I was like, 3 months? Or something like that? It was really short, and I was like thinking, I was like, man, in Canada we have it so good. Yeah, US mat leave is horrible. Yeah. Yes, that sounds great. That's exactly what hubby's friend said about the first phase. Very potato-y. Potato! If you're interested and Wiglet becomes less potato-y, we should do a play date. Oh, that would be fun! I'm sure they'll become besties. Yes. That would be cute. Except I'm gonna have to, if we have like big gatherings and everyone's bringing their kids, I need to make sure that all these kids have name tags, because I'm starting to lose track. I was like, who posted this photo? I can't recognize this kid.
It's hard with our relatives too.
Huh?
It's hard with our relatives.
Yeah, it's hard with our relatives.
We hardly see them.
Yeah, like it's sometimes obvious because you look at the photo and then you see who sent it and you're like, oh right, yes, this is this parent's kid. Yeah, that would make sense. But when you like meet up with them in real life and there's a whole bunch of kids that are like running around, it's like, whose offspring are you? I don't remember. Oh, your name is so and so. Okay, got it.
You're terrible.
I am terrible.
You're terrible.
Oh, we're terrible. Yeah, it doesn't help that we only go to like these family dinners like once a year, maybe once every 2 years. So sometimes you see them again and you're like, I don't remember whose kid this is. Oh, sorry, I missed quite a bit. Everyone calls them little potatoes. I see on the forum some people go back, to work in like 2 to 6 weeks, and they're like, I had to pump while recovering from C-section. While figuring how to get back to work. Yeah, that's not fun. True, forget it, just go by last names. Yeah, but then you have like multiple siblings, and then it'll be like, okay, what's the last name? I'm just trying to think of an example. Smith 1, Smith 2, Smith 3, or Smith 4. And then Smith 4 ends up being taller than Smith 3. And then you're like, are you Smith 3? No, you're actually Smith 4. It's like, oh. See, this is why we need name tags. Hey, Mini Mac. Lol. Hubby's cousin's second kid during COVID. You saying that makes me want to prank you. Yeah, if you mislabel your kids, then that's on you. If you mislabel your kids, that's on you. That's when you go Mini Mac 1 and Mini Mac 2. Wong. Oh yeah, Wong. Yeah, Wong would be so confusing. Like, on my mom's side, everyone's a Wong. So then it would be like Wong 1, Wong 2, from this auntie and uncle, Wong 1 and Wong 2, from this auntie and uncle. Oh god. See, this is why name tags and names are so important. Wong 1 is so funny. Oh yeah, Wong 1. Sorry, I just got that. Oh, right. Claudia's house. I was like, what else am I missing? Claudia's house. I feel like with the age differences, the only ones you might get mixed up with is Victor and Seal. And maybe Audrey and Sophie.
Look, I'm having trouble. I always have trouble trying to differentiate faces.
Who's Victor? Wait, who's Victor? What? Wait, yeah, who's Victor? I'm so confused. Wait, do we have a friend who has a son named Victor? Hold on. I'm trying to remember. When they become doctors and lawyers, you can start remembering their names. Oh, yeah. I'll remember their names when their names are on business cards. Or windows. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. Either business cards or like, you know, the licensed practitioner's name on the window. Wrong one. Wrong one just sounds like wrong one. That makes sense because you're gonna get them wrong. Yeah. I thought that too, well. Wait, I made a boo-boo. You made a boo-boo? It's Levi. Victor's the dad. Oh, TGL! I thought something was up because I was like, I don't know a son named Victor. I know, like, a husband named Victor.
Which one's Victor?
Huh? Sally's husband is named Victor. Sally's son is named Levi. So, TGL said, you might get mixed up with, Victor and Seal. And I was like, who's Victor? I'm trying to remember everyone's sons. None of them came to mind. And I was so confused. I was like, what? That's odd.
trying to be like
we're messed up already. Yep, GG. What?
I forgot.
Yeah. See, this is why we need name tags.
I know, really pushing the name.
I'm pushing name tags. It's going to be made a requirement if we have any gatherings at my house with more than one child. Where is Claudia's house? I forgot where Claudia's house is. Claudia, where do you live? I thought you lived on Trip Hill, but oh, maybe it's... No, I don't remember. Where do you live? Old Town? What if they troll us and switch name tags? I mentioned it before. If they troll us and switch name tags, that's on them. And then if I find out, I will forever call them the wrong name on purpose. Just to piss them off.
The kids and parents.
The parents. Swap parents for the day.
それじゃたまには家に帰って農作業でも手伝いますか。
Good thing I don't run a daycare. It'll be like, I pick up one kid, it'll be like, here you go. So that's not my kid.
It's like that person that gave
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I have to mention this story because it was really funny. There was one time that we dropped off Maya at the doggy daycare because we were going on a trip. And then so later Alex came to pick up Maya. And then so Maya gave the person the harness, and then the person went to go grab Maya from wherever the doggy play area was. So we couldn't actually see it. And then when the lady comes back, she brings back a dog. And then Alex is like, looks at the dog and was like, that's not my dog. That's not Maya. And then the lady's like, oh, it's not. And it was like a completely different breed of dog who also fits in the harness the same. But I was just thinking, I was like, oh god. Imagine if they did that in daycare. So it's like, here you go. You came to pick up your kid. And it's like, that's not my kid. That would be awful.
That would be.
But yeah, we did have that happen once where the daycare gave us the wrong dog, and then Alex was like, that's not my dog. And then ever since that day, sometimes, like back then I used to joke around. I would be like, yep, we still have our dog because she still acts like this. There's no mistakening it. That's definitely our dog. So, anyways, I thought that was funny.
って何？私のフルートのこと。フルート？最近はみんなの前で演奏しても肩の力が抜けてていい感じだね。でもまだお父さんには話せてないの。聞かせてじゃなくてまだフルート吹いてることも話せてないの？ここまで隠してるのにすごいけどそろそろ聞いてみようかな。どうしてその前でお父さんに隠してるの？そうだ。
He's way too overprotective.
お父さんは私がフルートを吹くことに反対なんかしてなくて私が勝手に隠してる。私のお母さん体が悪くて遠い町で療養してフルートの基礎はその頃お母さんが教わったの。年々学に同調もらったってお父さんと加えて3人だけで演奏会をしたことがよ。 年号で家族と別れなきゃいけないんだ。何年か前、私もお父さんと旅をする側になって、お母さんの予定で対象に加わったんだ。旅に出たばかりなのは、私も隠したりせず、ルールを練習したんだけど。私のルールを守った。お父さん、とても悲しい顔になる。どうして3人で開いた演奏会を思い出させてしまうの。お母さんと離れてる寂しさを。そうだから、私はお父さんの前でフルートを吹けなかったから。クラウディオ。それからずっとお父さんが隠れて一人で練習するだけだったんだけど、ここで私たちに出会った？ライザたちと過ごして、あの異界の夜、演奏を聴いてもらったみんなの顔を見て感じた私の演奏は人を慰めることができる。決意表明ってやるね。応援するよ、つらい。
I might ship these two.
I'm more surprised you didn't mention it earlier.
I don't openly ship people. That's a lie.
Yeah.
It's like dot. That's a lie.
No one in this. No one in this chat believes you.
No one believes me.
どこに行くの？よし、行くぞ。
She's like, I will only play in front of Ryza. Only Ryza. Only Ryza. And I'm like, huh. And then it was like, oh, I built the stage for her, but she's way too embarrassed to play. Huh. Okay.
ちょっと待ってね。区切りの儀礼はこうやって終わり。ここんとこ家の古書を分類してたんだけど、だんだん分かってきたんだって。分かってないの？どうも僕のご先祖様は何かの儀式を取り仕切る役割をしてたんだけど。儀式って、麦わらのお祭りなの？どうだろう。お祭りそのものの実はほとんどなくて、儀式上の習慣が管理の手順ばかりにするんだ。ご先祖様って強かったんじゃないの？まったく、ライザにあの知的な作業面白さがわからないんだよ。ごめん。それで、クリント王国の人も神様のお祈りとか麦わらのお祭りをやってるの？さっきも言った通り、お祭りの技術はほとんどないんだ。ただ、ああしろこうしろっていうのを指示を指す仕草が大体無理に持ってるから、これをマスターしておけば全体の理解が早いかなって。古書の開発ってのただ覚えなくちゃ済まなくて大変なんだね。
Okay. I think this is probably a good stopping point. Because I think if I continue... Actually, if I continue, it's like, wait 2 days before doing anything else. Okay, so I need to wait another 2 days, so I guess I'm working on side quests and the like. Yeah, I think this is a really good stopping point, actually. We will try to continue this next week. Yeah, next week. So we will see. And I'll see if I can also, in my spare time, work on some alchemy as well. Because I need to figure out how to craft the higher equipments, or the higher weapons. And also figure out how to craft the biggest bombs. Because I heard that you can clear the rest of the game with the proper bombs. So, anyways, yeah, this is... As for announcements, yeah. Sorry. As for announcements, I think hiccup. I think T is streaming on Saturday. Hopefully, yes. So I think T is streaming on Saturday. TGL should be streaming on Monday, I believe. I think she's on the last case. Yeah, she's on the last case of Ace Attorney, the first one. And yeah, we should be back on Tuesday with more Atelier Ryza unless something comes up. Things have been coming up really strangely. And then so sometimes I have to cancel the stream, but for the most part I should be able to make it unless something comes up again. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, hope everyone enjoys the rest of your evening, the rest of your week, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.